items on the agenda as they are coming up. I'm going to go ahead and open it up for 20 minutes, but I'm going to set us to 2 minutes each. It seems like we have a lot of people here tonight, so let's open it up for 20 minutes of public comment and 2 minutes each. Go ahead and open up for public comment. Who would like to comment?
I do.
Yes, come forward.
John, I'm totally disappointed with you.
Can you come up here, please?
You gotta use the microphone, please.
I could speak, it's a small one. Speak. John, and you in particular, I thought you understood me when I told you don't want a person who's just gonna use this as a stepping stone. I'm really disappointed with you. At least I don't care about you. You shouldn't be up there. Kate, I gave you my vote and you'll never get it again unless it's on a recall. You guys, the whole room was crowded with people last time and you didn't hear them at all.
Thank you.
I'm done.
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Verda Pitts, and I would just like to honor and show gratitude for the hard work you guys are all doing and the public criticism that you're facing and the righteousness of your decisions and your strength behind your knowledge. You are well informed, you are doing your due diligence, and I feel that and I know that and appreciate that. The room's been filled many times. And we're here because there was a death threat made to the mayor of our city. And we need to also acknowledge that, what brought us all here. And again, I just thank you all. And I agree in wishing Mandy Maker well.
Thank you very much. Next. Anyone else from public? Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Susan Terabay, a resident of Blue Lake. I don't know most of you. I want to speak in favor of affordable housing. Apartments to me are places that most people live. Affordable housing to me is a place where seniors live and families with small children who go to our elementary school live. I've experienced with a city in LA that had not the same, but a similar resistance to multi-unit housing. And they ended up denying a permit to a multi-unit senior living complex. And the state of California sued them. And they spent a lot of money on a lawyer. And I would prefer Blue Lake not to go down that road.
Thank you very much. If you have questions, follow up with me later. Thank you. Yes, who's next? Yes, Darcy, go ahead.
I felt that with Mandy as the manager, I could see her vision for Blue Lake. Without using the word transparency, I would somehow like to know this panel's vision for Blue Lake. Sometime, some sort of written, what you guys think is the future of Blue Lake. I have no clue what you guys are up to.
Thank you
Know
very
what you don't want. I just need to know what you do want.
I did share her vision. Thank you. Next, please. Anyone else?
Hi, I've lived here 50 years and I've seen less and less interest in running for city council over these years, over the 50 years. So I'm interested in good government for Blue Lake and that people feel who serve the city as city council people feel appreciated and supported by the city and by their representatives or the people they represent. And I just want to thank you all for going through these difficult times. I really like Mandy, really like you guys. Wish you could have worked together. and I'm sorry that you couldn't. And I hope for the best, and hope you can move on and find somebody who will also support everyone's vision and listen to everyone and do the best they can. And I know that you are doing the best you can. So I just want to say I appreciate you and thank you for your service.
Thank you very much. Anyone else from the public wish to comment before I move up to Zoom? Seeing none, AD, go ahead.
Hello. Hey, it's Angela Dare. I just wanted to take a moment and thank you guys for the hard work you've been putting in. I know you have a lot of work ahead of you. I just want to thank you for uh, looking into things, taking your time, and I look forward to seeing the future of Blue Lake now. That's it.
Thank you very much. Julie Christie, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Yes, Julie Christie, longtime avid community participant. And I just want to give a lot of consideration to this new council and the fact that I've been involved with this process in as much of a non-biased way as possible. But the only time you might see some bias for me is when I was seeing stuff being done that was not up to protocol and procedure. Things were happening not in the manner of a council to commission. We were having a lot of issues that were actually brought up over and 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 over. So it's unfortunate that everybody now sees conflict of interest, yet we've had conflict of interest that was very warranted, documented, and for a long time. And now that we finally get some people that are committed to actually running a city in the format that everything is accountable, it is separated of powers. I think we're actually striving for a better community in that manner. And I do appreciate our prior manager's efforts, as good friends with her prior to her management, working on projects throughout town. And I always was very clear in any of my thoughts that this was not a personal matter. It's very professional. And I think it's unfortunate that our community has been looking out from like the outside in. And it's hard for everybody else from being in the inside out. And I don't feel like anybody needs to defend themselves at this point. We just need to work together, use the resources that we have, and get rid of the resources that aren't working. In my opinion, our manager was let down with the people that were here prior to her. Our planner, our engineer, our attorney, he did great tonight, but you guys, they let her down a bit too, and we need to be conscious of that. We have a lot to move on forward to, and please make a notice of our planning commission and the Budawat Watershed Council. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next. Becky, go ahead.
Hi, hope you can hear me okay. I just want to, okay. I actually too want to, thank Mandy for all of her service that she gave to Blue Lake, and oh, are you there? Hello? Okay. Okay, I want to thank Mandy for all of her years of work for the city of Blue Lake, and I know that you guys will carry on her vision, and I have faith in that, in your way. So, and it's unfortunate you couldn't work together, but I want to thank each and every one of you because you've done a fabulous job. And I want you to keep going toward what needs to be done for our town. And I do want to mention something with the affordable housing. Nobody's ever been against it or anything. And the only thing I think that most of us would like to see is maybe a little toned down and just housing. Maybe eliminate the retail. That would actually make it easier and you could actually build a little bit better. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Bringing it back to the public, if there's any further comment. No one? Oh, okay.
All right, I'll say one more thing just about the housing.
Sure, that's fine. Go ahead.
I think the housing deal, the housing element was a horrible plan. And it's might have been the best thing you guys could have done. And it's kind of already in place. You already have a plan. So we're going to be in trouble with the state if we don't go forward with this. And so I recommend that all of you guys go forward and pass the plan, housing element.
Great, thank you. Since I did allow someone else to speak again, is there anyone else who would like to speak a second time? Becky, go ahead.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Can we get some chairs real quick
Yeah.
for the other folks?
All right, moving, or I'll wait till staff's ready, till everyone's ready here.
Back in here. Is that enough? Sound better?
All right, moving on to item number 6, approve amended salary schedule, discussion item. In the absence of our contracted city manager, the city council may appoint a member of staff as the acting city manager for the transitionary period until a new city manager is recruited per city code. Per city code 2.12, your finance manager, Danny Burkhart, has agreed to accept this role to implement this change. A new job description and revised salary schedule will need to be adopted. City Manager Burkhart, would you like to comment on this?
Yes, so just to keep everything on the up and up with CalPERS and how we report everything, since I'll be assuming a different set of duties that requires us, since we don't already have an acting city manager on our salary schedule, to just put one on there and so that our paperwork with CalPERS essentially is all correct. And then attached is that salary schedule update. And then also a job description that is something we would also have to submit to CalPERS. And all I did was just take what was already there and write acting city manager in front of it. So we didn't do any like reinventing of the wheel with this, just in case that wasn't clear.
Great, thank you very much. Bringing it to council for discussion.
Thank you for stepping up. Appreciate it.
Happy to help.
So this wage scale is an extrapolation of the salary, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I basically took what was the original starting contract amount, started there, and then extrapolated it on up from there using our normal calculation that we use for the rest of them.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions from council?
No.
All right, I'll open it up to public for comment. Does anyone wish to comment on this item? Seeing, yes, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just seeking clarification for what positions you'll be incumbent. Like what are all of your positions going to be?
Oh, that's a good question. So right now I'm thank goodness we still have our finance manager, Vicky, that was training me to be finance manager. So she's agreed to hang on to some of these
She'll
duties.
retain that title.
Yes, so she's going to hang on to some of these duties while we're in the interim transition period. I will be acting city manager, and that you just generally comes with like HR and that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of us, or 6 of us, advocated very much that our manager wasn't acting as the clerk as well. And I don't want to be hypocritical at all. And I think that that's important to separate those duties.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Any other public comment? Seeing none, we'll move up to, oh yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I just like to say that over the last month or so, as we were working on best stuff and different things, I got a chance to ask a few questions of Dana, and she was great. She answered immediately. She got back to me with emails. She seemed very, very knowledgeable. So I feel good about this, about what's happening here. So
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Marty, go ahead.
I just feel really grateful that there happened to be someone on the staff that could step into this, and just feel good about that. I'm just sort of wondering who the other person is there that I haven't met.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My apologies,
It's your fault.
everyone. My sincerest apologies. Please meet Laura. She will be taking minutes for the council, so I don't have to do the minutes and the agendas and all the fun things. So we'll have help with that. And please extend your warmest welcomes to Laura as you have to me. I super appreciate it. And she comes to us from working on the Humboldt County Planning Commission as their minute taker person. And so we're really lucky to have her, I think.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Do you have a last name? McClanagan. Okay. Laura McClanagan.
Any other public comment before I take it up to Zoom? Yes, go ahead, Jean.
Welcome, both of you. Just a reminder that Vicki was the interim city manager at a time when we needed her to step up. And she handled that position just wonderfully. So I'm sure she's going to be of a great assistance in this matter. Thank you. And thank you all for all the hard work you've done. Yeah. And many happy days.
Great, thank you, Jean. Another call for public comment? All right, seeing none, taking up the Zoom. Becky, go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me this time? Okay, all right. So thank you for thank you, Danny, for stepping into the position. Dealing with you, you've been really wonderful, and we thank you for that. And so, and thank you for this new lady here. What is her name? Laura. For taking minutes. That's amazing. At least we'll have that all taken care of. And I just want to thank both of you. You know, but Danny, thank you. That's a big one there. So, all right, that's it.
Thank you, Becky. Next up, I think it's Angela.
Hi, thanks guys. Boy, I feel like we were just absolutely blessed to have 3 people step in and take over these responsibilities while we get things figured out. Thank you, Danny, Laura, and Vicki. You guys are awesome. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Julie, go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. Again, I just am really happy to say I concur with every prior speaker. I have also heard great reviews of Danny and Laura. I watch the Humboldt Planning Commission meetings, go back through your guys' minutes to catch up, and I do applaud you. And I do think that we are pretty blessed to have an asset like you in our house for the moment being. You're setting a really great example for those to follow. And I will go back to Nona's comments in the beginning, though. We did have a lot of strife in the community that we, as people that were vigilant and attentive, that the separations of powers was very important. And I do have faith in this council and our staff to be diligent with the resources in our recruitment. And I would ask our community as well. I mean, as much as we all want these representatives and these people, we also have our resources. And once we have something out, I think it's great to just share as a community and bring in as many possible applicants as we can, and to work together doing that in resource. We have a good community, and I think that the more we can get out there to have that process, and then also keeping the community aware during that process, if you will be bringing them in for interviews, in-house, out-of-house, for the meetings as well. Thank you.
Great, thank you. All right, moving back to public for a final chance at comment. Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Rebecca Collins.
I saw the posting for the city clerk and the old one's gone and the new one that's there is very accurate. And I was happy to see that. So I didn't know if that was something new that you guys put together. But there is still a posting for the city clerk. And it looks, the other one's gone. So there was the part-time one there and then the other one. And the one that's there does have at least most of the things the city clerk should do and be. So I don't know.
City Manager Burkhart, did you do
I'll
that
have
or?
to look at that.
Okay.
I have not touched the
Okay.
website other than to post our meeting.
And then it's gonna be you directed Mandy to remove it and then you were gonna go through it and figure out what the job description was gonna be and repost it in June. But you're probably gonna repost it before then, so it's just saying the administrative assistant one is removed.
Great, thank you.
Want to review it.
I'll check into that.
Okay, great, thank you. All right, last call for public comment before we bring it back to council for a potential vote on moving forward on the financial plan. All right,
Well,
do we
I
want to
would-
entertain a motion?
I would move that we approve the amended salary schedule as presented.
Second.
All right, last call for public comment. All those in favor? Last call for public comment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It passes. All right, moving on to item number 7. Appoint acting city manager, discussion action.
It's pretty much the same description box, so just.
I don't have to read it again.
You don't really have to if you don't want
Okay.
to. It
Do you
just
have,
says the exact same thing as the previous item.
you want to give us an overview of it, Danny?
Yeah, so it is followed upon the city council to appoint your city manager or acting city manager in this case, and to keep it all on the up and up and formal, you are asked to do a formal appointment of your city manager.
Great, thank you. All right, does city council wish to discuss this?
Just to clarify, it does say until a permanent city manager is appointed. Does that include interim?
I think so.
That's open
Or
to your guys'
I think-
interpretation. I serve at your pleasure.
I think we can make a motion to do that.
The clarification was that our acting city manager will serve as the city manager until such time as we appoint an interim city manager or a permanent city manager. So the acting city manager is not necessarily going to be acting as a city manager until we have a permanent. There may be an interim city manager brought in at any point to bridge that time frame.
Any other comments? All right, open it up to the public for comment on the appointment of Danny Burkhart to the temporary city manager position. No comments? Anyone on Zoom wish to comment? Seeing none, last call from public. Moving back to council for potential adoption or appointment of Danny Burkhart as acting city manager.
I move to appoint Danny Burkhart as acting city manager. Second.
All right, we have a first and a second. Opening it up to the public for comment. Seeing none, bringing it back for a vote. All those in favor of appointing city manager Burkhart to her position as the temporary city manager while we continue to recruit for an interim and or permanent? Acting. Thank you.
Aye.
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 It passes. All right.
And
Moving.
thank you, Danny, for stepping up.
Yes, thank you again.
Yes, thank you both.
Happy to do so.
Moving on to item number 8, appoint additional check signers. This is a discussion action item. Let me jump around too much here. One more. All right. Due to recent staffing changes, the city is required to update our current authorized check signers for accounts ending in 5918, 054, and 2782. Below is a recommended motion to establish a signatory authority. City Manager Burkhart, would you like to comment on this?
This is one of those perfunctory actions that we gotta take. We need to have at least 3 check signers so that we can make sure our bills get paid on time in case somebody's out or something. So this is just that. You are welcome to designate others if you so desire, but these are the recommendations of people on staff who are regularly around and available to do check signing.
Have they done check signing before?
The top 2 are our current check signers, and Emily Wood is our Parks and Recreation Director and has been filled in on what the requirements for that are, and has volunteered to take on that role. I am one of your primary check writers, therefore I cannot be one of your check signers. That's the only reason my name's not on that list, just to clarify for everybody. People who write checks are not also signing the checks.
Great. In the past, the mayor also signed, or someone who's
depended
delegated
on
to it. Is
who-
that still a thing, or is it
Yeah,
staff
it's
now?
whoever the council delegates
Okay,
to
great.
that role. If one of you would like to take up that in case of an emergency situation, then we can add you guys, one of you guys also. It's not necessary, but it's doable.
Do some municipalities sometimes have a cap on what can be signed, and then maybe if it hits a certain threshold, then you might have the mayor also?
We don't currently have one of those. Under the provisions of my employment with you guys as acting city manager, that I have to take all employee raises and contracts to you. So anything we're spending of that level of money should have already been approved or will come to you for approval as a council. So I hope that makes that
I think I
clear.
meant like, if there were a check to be written over $5,000 or 5,000 or more, then that might trigger.
No, we currently don't have that. We just, it's approved, but the expense is approved by the city manager, then it goes to our check writing process, and then the signers on the account are our signers currently.
Do you have concerns about that?
No, I
Oh,
was just,
no,
no, that was just a
I
general
have a little
ask.
question about
Yeah.
it too. I'm just
Oh,
curious if there was
okay.
a threshold or anything like
No.
Anyway.
But like I said, most of those expenses of that level will have already gone for pre-approval on some level before the check's even issued, so.
Great.
Yeah.
Do you guys mind if I open up to the public for comment? All right. Does the public wish to comment on check signing? Yes, go ahead.
I think that Emily Wood actually worked in City Hall before she was over at Parks and Rec, and I trust that she has the knowledge to do the job. And yeah, I was wondering, I don't know if someone can clarify, but did she already have that role when she worked at City Hall? So she would have that. No,
She's the newest one being added, I think is what Danny said.
but she did work at City Hall prior,
Yes,
right?
she was the economic development.
Okay, so maybe
person.
I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
I just thought that she had history at working at City Hall, so I thought that seems very reasonable to have her take that position.
Great, thank you. Any other public comment before I move up to Zoom? Moving up to Zoom, Julie, go ahead.
Yes, thank you guys. I would concur with any recommendation one of the council members would put forward for a motion on the additional signer. I would just check too that, or maybe if you can clarify now, that we already don't have an ordinance in place that would clarify how we'd move forward in a situation like this if there's a superseding individual. Otherwise, again, I concur, just make a recommendation and a motion. And thank you guys.
Thank you very much. Last call for public comment on check signing. Moving it back to council for discussion. Do any of us wish to participate in check signing? I know that, Kat, you're very close, that if we needed one, but I don't think we do.
If you needed one, I would, because I'm usually close, but I'm not saying that you would have to have me do it.
Well, it's up to your guys' discretion who you'd like to have the signer on the account. having 4 is not bad. So it's not a bad thing.
Okay, does anyone want to volunteer as an additional check signer?
I'm across the street. I'll
Okay.
do it.
So then you would just need to add Kat's name and title to your motion when and if you make it.
Great, thank you.
Danny, do you have any paperwork that I need to provide for the?
Just everybody that's going to be a signer will have to go to the bank with their ID and fill out the little signature card like you would for your own account.
And I'm not trying to pressure you to do that. It's just the proximity as an additional check
No,
signer.
that's fine. That's fine.
Are you sure?
Thank you.
Okay.
Do we
well,
want to entertain a motion?
I would move that we designate Glenn Bernald, Melissa Combs, Emily Wood, and Kat Napier as authorized check signers for accounts ending in 5918, 0654, and 2782.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Last call for public comment on this matter. Seeing none, bring it back for final vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I abstain.
Great. It passes.
Okay.
All righty, let's see. We have. And we actually removed the,
Number 9, so you're done.
so
Oh,
we,
before we adjourn, Danny, would you like to announce that we're having another meeting tomorrow?
I would like to, but I never got confirmation from the attorneys that happened. And
Oh,
we
really?
did, we have not posted an agenda for
Oh,
it
we
yet.
haven't. Okay. Well, then
I'm
we're
so
not having it.
sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, it did not come in time. So
okay.
Okay.
we'll see
Well,
until.
there may be another special meeting coming up in the near future.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Same wacky channel,
All
same
right.
wacky time.
Can we get a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
I motion to adjourn. A second.
All right, we have a first and a second. Any comment?
Thank you, guys.
All right,
We're free.
let's vote. Go ahead. Motion adjourned. First and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 It passes. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Correct.